Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Mana Cave. My name is Ed.
My name is Travis.
And today we are continuing... Let me start that one over. We are continuing on with the Planeswalker Deck Showdown. Finally, Tezzeret is going to get his day in the sun of a non-exhibition match. We had the wildcard matchup where the original Johnny and the original Chandra faced off against each other. Chandra won. That is who you are going to be piloting today.
Yes.
And it's from Kaladesh, correct?
Yes, it's the red-white kind of artifact vehicle kind of deck. So,
and this is the second Tezzeret deck, which came out in M19.
Ah, mono blue.
Yes. So, I had a mulligan. I only had a mulligan down to 6, but I've already scryed. I scryed to the bottom. So I have no idea what's going to be on the top here. So I didn't favor Tezzeret in this matchup to begin with.
No.
So it hasn't really started off well. But I'm excited because this is we're coming close to getting near at least the semifinals of the Planeswalker Deck Showdown. There's this matchup. Whoever wins this one is going to be facing Vivian.
Okay.
No, sorry. Whoever wins this one is going to be facing Vraska from Guilds of Ravnica. Whoever wins that one is going to be facing Vivian in the semifinals of the second half, and then we'll be playing the semifinals in the other one, which is Angrath versus Mew Yanling.
Yes.
And then we're going to have the finals, and then we will be done the second season of the Planeswalker Deck Showdown. It seems like we've been doing this so long. It seems
like a long time.
Yeah. I mean, I've been having fun, and people seem to be enjoying it. So that's the important thing. But there are other things that are going to be coming out.
There's all that silly M19. Like, bam, here's 5 decks when you're expecting 2.
That messed everything up. 5 decks? Yeah. And you even suggested that if they do another core set like next year, they may do the same sort of thing. They may put 5 Planeswalker decks. I may end up changing how this third season goes a little bit, but yeah. So this was a long season, but I can see the end of it. And as well too, Tezzeret's, has not had an actual matchup in a very long time, or at all yet. He's had the exhibition, which he lost against Sarkin, right?
Was it?
Yeah.
A while ago.
Yeah. So
it was a while ago.
So I'm curious because I honestly think the first Chandra deck is one of the stronger Planeswalker decks ever.
It was decent. Again, it faced off against the Nissa deck, which seemed to be geared to take it out.
Yeah.
Like, it was, I remember that game, and
it
was a good deck, the Nissa deck, too, though. I think it was the semifinal against Bolas, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was one of the weird things, is that I didn't find the Nissa deck to be powerful on its own. It was just powerful in the way that they matched it up with, because they created those 2 decks at the same time, right?
They were the first 2.
And typically when they create 2 of the Planeswalker decks at the same time, they make them so that they have answers to each other.
Yeah.
And one ends up being just a bit on top. So even though I think Chandra's was the stronger deck of the 2, Nissa's was built to counter more of it. So yeah, so Nissa was able to sweep by it, but I do think Chandra's deck it's good to see her back in the sun a little bit. She beat Johnny to get here, so she definitely has earned her spot in the spotlight, and I really don't think she is going to have much trouble with Tezzeret. I've been wrong before.
Yeah.
Vivian surprised me. Vivian ends up, I've completely turned around in that Vivian deck. And I didn't even think it was a bad deck. I just didn't think it was going to match up well against Liliana's deck.
I've actually never gone back and checked to see if that deck is more financially than other decks. Because sometimes with Magic products, when one becomes better or something like that, you will see a price difference.
But sadly, when it comes to the Planeswalker decks, though.
But they're selling. Part of what happened there. They're selling, so it may not be that they charge more, but maybe harder to find that one or something like that. Because
it's possible, yeah.
For a casual intro deck, that one plus 5 or 6 replacement cards worth less than $1, and it's a half decent deck.
Yeah. I'm still not sure if the prices of the Planeswalker decks will fluctuate like they do with the Challenger decks or with the Commander decks sort of thing, because a lot of the time that has to do with the built-in value that comes in there. So even though these are like good for a Planeswalker deck, I don't see, and I think that's also by design, right? Wizard doesn't want one of these decks to be priced all of a sudden at $40 instead of,
I'm trying to think, and there was one, I think it was in the Vraska deck. Is that is the Beast Whisperer?
Yes.
And I don't even know if that card is worth that much.
Yeah.
But anything with Commander potential, it seems to really kind of card draw and Commander potential seems to up the price. So that one actually might end up costing more, but it only has 1 copy, so I can see that.
The only time I remember something like that happening, I think, was back with the intro decks, and I think for a while there, the card Endless one, which was pay X and it comes in as an XX, whatever you spent on it. That one, I think, for a while, the Endless one ended up being almost as much as the deck was selling for. So I think that was the only time I remember where there's a card where people would buy it specifically for the card within it. Anyways, enough talking about all
Sorry.
that. We are going to actually roll to see who goes first.
Yeah. No dice, my good man?
I was sort of cleaning up the gaming area. I put away the dice. I'm going to go grab us some dice. We'll be right back. Okay, so I grabbed us some dice.
Yeah.
We can roll to see who goes first now. I was waste. I don't know why. Oh.
6.
7. So I get to go first.
You do.
I'm going to show my hand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, don't forget that part.
Yeah.
So keep in mind, I mulligan down to 6. There might have been a argument to mulligan down even further. But yeah, this is the opening hand. So it's got possibilities, but as you can see, certain things are sort of needed for that to happen. So I'm going to bow my head now to you.
Okay. I'm not holding it the neatest, but there are my cards. It's not a bad opening hand. It's not a great opening hand. It's an opening hand. Right in the middle. Even closer. So close. Okay. I think you should be able to see those cards in that camera.
I think so.
I think so.
Okay. We'll find out in editing. So, alrighty. We're going to start off with...
Boxes.
Yeah, boxes to the side,
I'm going
folks.
to need
Boxes
some
to the
space
side.
here.
Island. Powerful opening move.
No opt?
Pass the turn to you. Oh no. No opt. And remember, not to, give you an extra advantage. There are no counter spells in this deck. Because they just don't do that.
Stone Core. Entering tapped. Red, white.
So I get a bit of a...
Oh, is that a yawn or
breathing room. Some breathing room here.
I don't know if there is a 1-drop in this deck. There's no Beaumont Courier. Because he was not... He might have been in Kaladesh. If he was Kaladesh or Aether Revolt. But I think he was Kaladesh, actually.
I know the Weldfast Monitor's in that deck, but I played an island. Pass turn to you. I really, really hope I draw something.
All right, I'm going to play a mountain.
Okay.
I'm going to tap the mountain and the Stone Quarry. 1 for red, 1 for white. For everyone's favorite motorist, the Veteran Motorist. When he enters the battlefield, scry 2. Man, that's powerful. Scrying 2. Now I'm going to think about what I really want. Is that what I want? What I really, really want?
Tell me what you want. What you really, really want.
Yeah, I think I got to put that on top. And 1 on bottom.
You just ended the song there, huh? You weren't going to continue on the song? No, okay.
Lord, I know.
I picked up on it. I don't normally get musical references, but I got that one.
You got the Spice Girls, so.
Oh, yes.
I should read Veteran Motorist. He did make an appearance last time I played this deck. When he enters the battlefield, scry 2. Whenever he crews a vehicle, the vehicle gets +1/+1 from the end turn. Otherwise, he's a 3/1 Dwarf Pilot. I never did make that Dwarf deck I kind of wanted to, but pass back to you.
One day.
One day.
Okay, heart of the cards, folks. Heart of the cards.
There's a smile.
I'm going to play this island, which I in no way just picked up right there. And then I'm going to... This may seem weird, but keep in mind his deck is essentially a vehicle deck, so he needs creatures with power to crew them. I'm going to tap for 3. I'm going to cast Dwindle. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets -6/-0. When enchanted creature blocks, destroy it. Now, you can still use him towards crewing costs as long as you still have something else that can help crew the vehicle. So you can still tap him because he gets the ability of when you use him or when you just crew a vehicle.
Whenever he crews a vehicle.
So you're still going to be able to crew it. But the reason why I used, and I'm explaining myself in case people are wondering, because there's very little chance, I think, through most of the game, that his vehicles are going to be creatures on my turn. And that doesn't have flash. So if I'm going to be able to cast that and use it, I need to cast it on an actual creature, which means I'm going to have to cast it on my main phase. That's why I cast it on that. So I'm done explaining myself.
I thought that was...
I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Untap. Draw the mystery card. Long sigh. Okay. So what I think I'm going to do is play a Stone Quarry again.
Okay.
Tap these 2. 1 for white, 1 for red. Really 1 for any color. I don't know where my voice is going today. I'm playing the Trusty Companion. He's actually a 3/2 Vigilant, but he can't attack alone.
Oh, okay.
Now...
He can still
attack. No point in doing it this turn.
Because it doesn't give him Defender. The only thing is I didn't finish reading it off as well, too.
No, you should have blocks.
Okay, if it blocks, then destroy the creature. Okay.
Yeah. So,
it's weird. Sometimes I can't remember if I completely read off the card.
That's my hyena. That's actually a decent... Well, I guess you get the drawback of the tackle, so it's not great, but back to you.
Back to me?
Back to you.
Okay. I'm going to... I'm going to do a little tempo shift thing here.
I'm going to my hyena.
Cast Exclusion Mage It's a 2/2 human wizard, and when it enters the battlefield, return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. So I'm going to turn
The
that
veteran?
one. No. When he cast the veteran, I'm like, well, Exclusion Mage sucks because that's got Scry even if it comes back out. So there we go. So it's just a 2/2.
Trusty companion.
No,
back in my hand.
No land drop, so I'll just pass the turn to you.
You're tempoing up though. Draw and tap. That's out of sequence, but okay. So
It's turn 4 and I'm not dead yet. That's better than I thought it'd be.
I'm going to play that Plains. Now I'm at 4.
You are at 4, sir. Don't let anyone tell you any different.
So I'm going to tap 4 to play the Bomat Bazaar Barge. It's a vehicle. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card.
I love the name of that.
Otherwise, it is a 5/5, but the crew is 3. I can't really do anything other than attack with my 0 thing. That was 4 mana. That was my turn. Back to you.
Back to me. Okay. Draw. Interesting. Its crew cost is 3?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to move to combat.
Okay.
Let's swing in with the Exclusion Mage.
I have no blocks.
Okay.
I take 2 down to 18.
I'm going to pay 3, and I'm going to cast Sky Scanner. It's a 1/1 Thopter with flying, but when it enters the battlefield, I get to draw a card, which for me right now is super important, even if I don't get to draw what I want to draw. I guess I just pass the turn to you now.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Play a card. It's Plains.
You haven't missed a land drop yet there, Travis.
I have not.
Want
I got 5
to maybe do that sometime?
mana. Do those 2. I could do that dude. What I'm gonna do? Tap 1 white and 1 of anything for the trusty companion.
There we go.
And then go to combat.
Go to combat.
So I'm not be blocking with him, so I might as well. Well, it really is no point in giving it +1 because I don't have trample or anything like that. It's just so funny to do that. Once again, 76 does not matter for crewing, so I will crew up my Bomat Bazaar Barge and I will go to combat.
Okay.
Attacking
Just for 5.
just for 5.
Okay. I will take the 5.
Okay.
So I'm down to 15.
Then I'll tap for additional 3 for the Renegade Firebrand. As long as I control a Chandra Planeswalker. Oh, this is the one that said a Chandra Planeswalker.
Yeah.
This is the first set, yeah.
Yeah.
The Renegade Firebrand gets +1/+0 and has first strike. Otherwise, 3/2 for 3. Not awesome.
The
not
tutor
bad.
cards, other than M19, always specify that specific Planeswalker, but those ones just have a bonus from a whatever the Planeswalker is. So.
And I pass back to you.
Pass back to me. Okay. And that's a 3/2.
That's a 3/2. None of my things have
untap my
flying,
creature. I'm going to tap for 3, and I'm going to cast Skilled Animator. When it enters the battlefield, target artifact you control becomes an artifact creature with base power and toughness 5/5 for as long as Skilled Animator remains on the battlefield.
Nice.
So this, I'm just going to put... Should I just put 5 here because we know it's a 5/5 as opposed... These aren't counters, it's just basically its new power and toughness.
Yeah.
And this is and it comes in as it's a 1/3, and so I've got a 2/2, a 5/5, and a 1/3. Part of me is like, just start swinging away, but another part of me is like, I want to live, so I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Play a mountain.
Oh no! Whenever you set down the land like that, I know you got something. I know you got something where you're like, I needed 6.
I had a mountain. Well, actually, I only
needed 6.
only need 5.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 cast Liberating Combustion.
Oh no!
Deals 6 damage to target creature. I may search my library and/or graveyard for a card named Chandra Pyrogenius. Reveal it. Put it in your hand. If you search library this way, shuffle it. So I will actually pop that, dude.
Yeah. So that turns this back into a 1/1.
Now I am going to search my library for Chandra. Not the bold pyromancer. Oh, she's actually near the bottom. So Chandra Pyrogenius for 2 red and 4 of any color gets a 5 loyalty planeswalker. Her +2 is she deals 2 damage to each opponent. -3, she deals 4 damage to target creature. And -10, she deals 6 damage to target creature, to target player, and each creature he or she controls. 6 mana though. That's steep.
Yeah.
I'll give that to shuffle. That goes into my hand.
Cut ya. For real.
If he sticks around, he'll get first strike. I mean, I look to trade with basically one of those kind of thing. That's what I'm looking at. So, what has more value in the long run, first strike or vigilance? Considering I don't plan on blocking much in the future, I think first strike has a slightly greater advantage in the future. Okay. So I'll use my trusty companion. I'll use my renegade firebrand to create my Bowmat Barge. And as far as I know it, just in case you were thinking about not blocking, which I don't think you are this time, I might as well give it +1/+1.
Okay.
Again, the crew, you can crew more than one creature to crew a vehicle.
Yeah.
And you can overcrew a vehicle. So it's not really cheating.
No, it's not cheating at all. It's because you can tap as many creatures as you want, as long as at the end of it you have the total amount of power that you need to crew the vehicle. So
he is crewed. I've never gotten sick of that joke. So, and I will...
he's got... Okay, I was going to say, I thought you were tapping him, but he's got vigilance. So.
I'm not going to lie, I was gonna...
Oh, were you?
So, he's a 6/6 and a 3/2.
I think I know what you might have for one last white mana in your hand, but I can't bleed this much damage, so
no.
I'm going to put the Exclusion Mage in front of your Vigilant Trusty Companion. I'm going to put the Sky Scanner, because it doesn't have trample, in front of the Barge. And then let damage go through?
Let damage go through.
Oh, okay. So damage does go through. I lose both my creatures.
I lose my hyena.
But I don't take any damage, which is great.
No damage. And I'm just going to pass back to you.
Okay. I'm going to proceed to draw a land. Called it. An island. So I'm slowly getting back on track. Alrighty. Well, I'm going to tap for 3. I'm going to cast Dwindle on your Firebrand.
Dwindled my Firebrand.
So we've seen that before. Doing that to prevent you from being able to crew the Barge. Though you can get Chandra out next turn, but Chandra's not going to be able to crew a vehicle for you. So, I mean, the chance of you not having something in your hand that you can cast and crew is slim, I realize, but this way slows you down just a little bit, hopefully. I'm going to pass the turn to you. And as well, too, like you said, when Chandra's out, that gets first strike, and that's going to be difficult to get around. But I drew a land, so small victory. Small victory.
So much land.
Shut up.
Okay. So 1, 2, and 3 for the Weld Fast Monitor.
Yeah.
Weld Fast Monitor. I can. There's a 3/2 artifact creature lizard. I can tap 1 red to give it Menace. And then I'll tap 4 for the Snare Thopter. It's a 3/2 flying haste Thopter.
Haste as well too. I forgot about that part of it.
So I'm going to go right to crewing.
Yeah.
The Weld Fast Monitor and the Veteran Motorist are going to crew the Bowmat Barge, making it a 6/6. And then I'm going to attack for 9.
Okay. So I obviously am taking it because I got nothing in my battlefield here to block. So I'm for 15 going down to 6.
I'm tapped out. I have 1 dwindled dude untapped, and I'll pass back to you.
I think this is pretty much over now. Luckily, it's the best 2 out of 3. But this is pretty much going the way I expected it to go. Yeah. So you could swing in again for 9 next turn if you wanted to. You could have Chandra up. Okay, we're just going to play this out just because...
I have been duly dwindled.
I, oddly enough, can't, even though you just read it a little while ago, I can't remember specifically what Chandra can do, but I think she can burn this creature out anyways. It's a Snapping Drake. For 3 and 1 blue, you get a 3/2 flyer. I'm going to pass the turn to you now. I'm all tapped out. Not that would matter anyways, because there's no counter spells in this deck. Looking at a lot of damage.
All right, well, just for letting her show up, we'll play Chandra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 in
She does have
red.
built-in burn, right?
She does.
Okay.
Though ironically, I think I could actually go past the burn and hit you with 2 creatures and do 2 damage to you. But we'll -3 or 2 to burn,
Okay.
because it's always funner.
So it's -3 to do what?
She deals 4 damage to target creature. So I'll burn that Drake.
Yeah.
And then crew and attack.
Drew an attack. Okay, and that's 9 once again. I'm already at 6, so boom. Once again, luckily, it's the best 2 out of 3.
Yep.
Though, to be honest, this isn't far off how I expected to go, but I was hoping to get a little bit better as far as my land goes. Because you didn't miss a land drop.
No.
At all.
No.
We talked about this before we started recording. Because obviously you guys get to see what our opening hands are at the beginning of the game when we show to the camera and the graphics come up. I don't get to see Travis's opening hand until I edit. And there's been times where Travis will keep an opening hand with like 2 land, and I get it based on the cards he's got. And then but he never misses a land drop. The man is just a land wizard.
I had 4 land.
Oh no, you don't have to explain. You don't have to explain yourself to me. You don't have to explain yourself to me. I would see it in editing anyways.
But this one went really well because exactly, and because I had 4 land, I had 2 2-drops and a 4-drop vehicle. So it's like I had 2 crews for the vehicle.
Oh no,
I had land.
One of the great things about this deck is it doesn't require much. Like you've mentioned this in the previous time when you played with Chandra. Vehicles come out, they cost very little.
Yeah,
they become very big when they become creatures. They just require a crewing cost, and that's usually not that big. So, vehicle 1 round, and then it's not that difficult to get. Like, I mean, look at how many creatures you had that had the 3 power on their own. So, and I dwindled 2 of them. So it's, I know, sorry. But, we're going to shuffle up. We're going to get to the second game. Hopefully this can go to a best 2 out of 3. It is going to be 2 out of 3, but hopefully it can actually go to 3 games. We'll see. We'll see in just a second. We'll be right back. Alrighty, so here we are ready to kick off the second game of this matchup. I had a mulligan down to 5. And keep in mind as well, too. I mean, it seems like I've been having somewhat bad luck with starting hands and having to mulligan. We use a modified Paris mulligan rule. So
we have even worse luck than you can possibly imagine.
Just so you know, we actually, the way that we do the mulligans, if you're unfamiliar with the Paris mulligan, it is you get to choose the number of cards from your hand that you're going to set aside. Then you're going to draw that many cards -1. And we also still do the Vancouver mulligan rule where you get to scry afterwards. So, it's the odds are even with our mulliganing is stacked in our favor because we want to have like the best sort of games possible. So don't feel like, super bad about it because we do give ourselves every opportunity to start off with decent opening hands. Because that goes both ways. It makes everything balanced still. Yeah. It's not like any one deck is getting an advantage. All decks have that same advantage. Yeah. So there's no, this is part of Magic. The alternative is that we like mana weave the decks. And I don't want to do that because it's not a good indication of what an actual game of Magic is like. So I don't want to like stack it with mana to a certain extent. Or start off with specific opening hands. That's something I want to avoid at all costs. We give ourselves every advantage that we can with the mulligan rules, but we do want to keep it like this. Now that it's still random. Yeah, exactly. That's an element you can't take it away from Magic. If you do, it's no longer Magic, right? So now that now that I've given myself every sort of out when it comes to the inevitable loss here, I'm going to show you my opening hand, and you'll see here that it's 1 card less than the last time, but and I did scry. I scried this to the top. So opening hand, and that's the card I scried to the top. Okay, Travis, bow my head to you. Alrighty. So here's my dwindle fodder. It's a full 7 cards, and they're there. They're decent. Are they? Yeah, they're there. They're decent. They're there and decent. Okay. So I'll kick things off with an island. Pass turn to you. Draw that card. Play that stone quarry. No scry, no life gain. Back to you. Wow, this is very familiar. I'm going to play another island, but this time I'm going to tap those islands. I'm going to cast a Field Creeper. It is a 2/1 artifact creature Scarecrow. Wow, that's decent. Right. It's got protection from crows. I'm not going to lie. Pass turn to you. That shuts down my plan. Good. Draw. Play a mountain. Tap 2 for the Speedway Fanatic. Ooh. 2/1 with haste. Oh, no.
When Speedway Fanatic crews a vehicle, that vehicle gains haste till the end of the turn.
Ugh.
Yeah. So I'm not going to attack, because I won't like my Speedway Fanatic. Though I feel he has a date with Dwindle.
That's the other thing, I guess, for those of you who haven't been around Magic for as long as going back to Kaladesh with the vehicles and stuff, when it first comes into play, even though it can be crewed and turned into a creature, if it is turned into a creature on the first turn it comes into play, it does have summoning sickness unless you can give it haste or it has haste naturally. So,
which I think is a lie from Wizards of the Coast. Like, well, these are too powerful, so
it's not the way vehicles work in life, right? Like it's like I know you have to sort of like let it warm up, and if you live in winter cities,
really?
like
you warm yourself up with the coast and just go.
No, the car. You gotta let the car warm up in the dead of winter, right? But Kaladesh seems like a warmer climate.
And driving the car warms it up.
Yeah.
Okay. This whole let it run for 10 minutes, poisoning the environment.
Not 10 minutes, but you have to let it run for a little bit. For one turn. Anyways,
Canada.
So I'm ready. I can draw?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to... Interesting. I'm going to do something different than I was originally going to do. I'm going to play an island. I'm going to tap 3, and I'm going to cast Skilled Animator. We saw it before. When enters the battlefield, target artifact you control becomes an artifact creature with base power and toughness 5/5 for as long as you control it. Now, this didn't last very long last time, so I'm going to take full advantage. I'm going to move to combat.
Sure.
I'm going to swing in with a 5/5.
Okay.
I might be wanting to hold back as a blocker, but I don't care at this point. I'm getting in there.
I'm straight up dropping to 15.
Tezzeret is a man of action.
No, he isn't. I don't know. But I'm guessing.
He's a man of scheming, I think, and who hangs back a little bit, and then, anyways. Pass the turn to you. And we'll see how long Skilled Animator lasts.
Untap, draw. Ooh, who's this guy? Who's this guy? I'll read him in a bit, because I have a plan. I'm going to tap all 3, including the mountain I just played.
Okay.
The Renegade Freighter.
Renegade?
He's an artifact vehicle, so when he attacks, it gets +1/+1 and gains trample until end of turn. Crew of only 2. I'm going to crew my Speedway Fanatic, who's going to give it haste, so he's going to be hastily attacking as a 5/4 with trample.
Okay.
But bam. See, this would have been so much better if I could turn 2 attack and then get in for 2 and then do that, but it's still decent.
It's still 7.
Yeah.
And I'm taking 5, right?
You're taking 5.
So we're both at 15.
Yeah.
Symmetry.
Indeed, ski. That's me. I pass back to you. Will I read who this guy is?
Okay.
Oh, look at you.
Alrighty. I'm going to play an island. I'm going to move to combat.
Okay.
Screw it, Travis. I'm going to swing in with both. For 6.
For 6, I'm dropping to 9.
I'm then going to pay 3 and cast Sky Scanner. 1/1 flyer. When there's a battlefield, draw a card. So I'm going to draw this card right now.
Okay.
I drew this card, Travis. And, oh, wait. I almost passed the turn to Travis, but I'm not going to. Because it's like I was reading the card. I didn't bother looking at its casting cost. I'm going to tap for 1 blue. I'm going to bring out Gearsmith Prodigy. It's a 1/2 human artificer, but it gets +1/+0 as long as you control an artifact, and I control 2 artifacts. I'm going to pass the turn to you now.
All right. I actually need some answers here, because you're out hasting me.
That's right. The mono blue deck is out hasting the Boros deck.
Boros. Okay, so I played a mountain.
I'm smiling because I was able to swing in a couple times, not because I still think I'm going to win. I've lost from way better positions before.
Yeah, this is what I'll do. I'll tap for 3 red for the Renegade Firebrand. We saw him last time. As long as I control a Planeswalker, he gets +1/+0. So, now, my turn to do math. So I can keep him back to block. See, this is where crewing actually starts kind of working against you.
Yeah.
Because I got to crew down essentially a blocker. So next, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9, 10.
9, 10.
This is it's +1/+0 because I have an artifact.
And I'll only be able to block with 1 guy.
I say to swing in with everything.
You would say that. Because I can block and die on that. Because I have nothing on combat. I can face off against that, but on blocking I cannot. So I put that kind of pressure. I trample through. Let's say I trample through 3 damage at most. That still takes you down to 12, and I'll be down to essentially one round if I'm lucky, because you've got no blue burn. Assuming you don't bounce something to my hand. Yeah, believe it or not, I gotta play it on the defense here.
With the big D.
On the big D. So I am defensively passing the turn to you. Defensively, defense.
Okay. I'm in an interesting position because I can force you to have to block because I can just simply swing in with enough damage to do lethal to you.
Yeah.
But part of me doesn't. I mean, I don't want to swing in with a skilled animator, but I'd still be swinging in for 5, 6, 7, 8. That puts you down to 1. I'm going to move to combat.
Okay.
I'm going to swing in with the 5/5 field creeper and the sky scanner, but I'm going to be holding everything else back.
Okay. I am going to crew up him.
Okay.
So he becomes a 4/3. Tap 1 white.
Oh, do you have it?
For Built to Last.
I hate the fact that that's the one card in your hand you could have had.
Target creature gets +2/+2 in a turn. If it's an artifact creature, it also gains indestructible to end a turn.
I hate you so much right now.
So it's now a 6/5 indestructible.
Boo! Okay.
Can't block the flyer. So I take 1.
Take 1. And my 5/5 field creeper dies.
I dropped 8.
Because you had 1 mana up, and I was like, this is the only thing that's going to be able to ruin me. Oh. Okay. I'm going to
ruin you.
I'm going to pay 2 and bring out field creeper. You know what? Normally I keep something like this back. I'm not going to this time. I'm going to play the island. So then I have nothing in hand. My biggest fear at this point is that I draw into something where if I draw another land and then eventually I need something where I need to have all my lands out sort of thing. So
no, I've been caught there once or twice where
it's nice to hold.
If I didn't do that.
I typically hold back as a bluff.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be counterspell. So I'm then going to pass the turn to you.
Okay. I'm tapping. Drawn.
I do have you on an 8-turn clock though.
Playing a mountain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'll just tap 3 for another Renegade Firebrand.
Yeah.
So I will use the Renegade Firebrand to crew up the Renegade Freighter.
Okay.
Or actually, I might as well just use this dude because he has less butt to block with and doesn't bonus anything because it's a crew of 2. So I might as well use my less power from not attacking with him to crew up the Renegade Freighter and attacking with a 5/4.
A 5/4.
5/4.
Okay, well, I'm going to put the Gearsmith Prodigy, which is a 2/2, and the Field Creeper, which is a 2/1, in front of the 5/4, right?
5/4, yeah.
5/4, okay.
Okay. So there's still 2 damage that tramples over?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so it's a 5/4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's 2 damage, because this is toughness 1, this is toughness 2, so damage goes through? Okay, yeah. So these die. I take 2 still.
Yep.
Puts me down to 13. And then your Renegade Freighter hits the graveyard. Okay.
Hits the graveyard. Past you.
Okay. This is top deck mode. Move to combat. Swinging with the 1/1 flyer.
No blocks. No shenanigans.
No shenanigans.
Drop to 7.
And tap for 5. Ooh. I'm going to cast the Gearsmith Guardian. It is a 3/5 construct, and it gets +2/+0 as long as you control a blue creature, which I do, so it is a 5/5 right now.
Dang. I thought I got rid of your 5/5s.
Pass the turn to you. As long as I keep drawing really useful cards at the top of my deck, I think I got a chance.
1 card I like to draw there. Oh, that's not what I wanted, but... Dang. Alright. Tapping 2 for the Trusty Companion. He's a 3/2. Can't attack alone. You know.
Vigilant.
Vigilant.
He's a very vigilant hyena.
So he's a 5/5. It's 5/5 and a 1/3.
Yeah. But if this dies, this no longer becomes a 5/5, it becomes a 3/5, which is still decent for blocking.
Yeah, I'll pass to you.
Okay. He's on a 7-turn clock.
Damn, Snarethopter.
Interesting. Now, I can't attack alone, but it can block alone. I'm going to move to combat.
Okay.
I'm going to swing in with both of these.
Okay. Double block. There.
Okay. So 4 toughness, but 6 power. Damage goes through?
Yep.
Shenanigans?
No shenanigans. I take 1.
You take 1. These all trade. Tap 5.
Yeah, as long as we keep getting like, the love of Peter.
Here's Smith Guardian. I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Fudge. I says fudge.
And only on the Mana Cave, where we try not to curse, do either of us ever say fudge. Unless we're in like a candy shop, in which case chances are we've said fudge once or twice.
Fudge. I'm just going to pass to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to pass to you. That's what I say in this game, apparently.
So you do
I
have...
guess I can put them closer together.
Yeah.
For double blocking purposes.
And I force you to block, essentially, because I'd be swinging for 6, and you're at 6.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to move to combat.
Okay.
Okay, so here's...
you can hear a pen drop.
I'm going to think out loud to you guys as to what I'm thinking. If I swing in, the best I can hope for is that his board trades with my board. Now, you've got 3 cards left in hand. 2 or 3 cards?
There are 3.
3 cards left in hand. And a whole lot of untapped mana. So, that's great if he then has only vehicles in his hand and next turn he wants to cast them out. But he didn't cast vehicles this turn, so I don't think he has vehicles. So I think I have some time, so I'm actually going to do a safe thing. I'm going to move to combat, and I'm just going to swing in with a Sky Scanner.
All right. No blocks.
So you take 1, you're down to 5, and now I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Okay. You're something. 1, 2, 3, 4. For the Snarethopter. Flying Haste. It's a flying blocker.
Yeah.
Once again, choosing not to attack here.
So there goes my air attacks.
There goes the air attacks.
And I think they only put 1 skilled animator in this deck, which is a crime.
Yeah, that's...
Considering how useful it is.
With Ornithopter?
Yeah. Or even like this, right? This suddenly becomes a 5/5
that draws
flyer,
you a card, and yeah.
Yeah.
So, wasting the haste and passing to you.
Okay.
Wasting the haste.
Draw. Gonna play an island. Built to last would, well, not necessarily suck. I mean, it's not gonna be great, but you've got 3 power or 3 toughness. So, I mean, oh, actually no, because then you could put it on. If you have Built to last, you could block with your Snarethopter because it's +2. So now I'm scared. So now I'm just gonna pass the turn to you.
Oakley dokley. Come on, I just want one. What?
No! Is that a good laugh or is that a laugh?
No, that is
like...
a terrible laugh.
Oh, okay.
It's just... I'm sure we'll find out what that laugh was all about in a few minutes, but pass to you.
Pass to me? Okay.
To we're just letting each other build answers to stuff. Did you need that? You're going to cast Tezzeret?
Going to play an island. Going to tap for 7. Going to cast Meteor Golem. Enters the battlefield, destroy target non-land permanent and opponent controls. So, right now that triggers on the stack.
Yeah.
Once again, if he is built to last and I target the Snare Thopter, it's going to live. But if he doesn't have built to last and I target something else, that's a waste of getting rid of the Snare Thopter. Travis, I'm going to target the Snare Thopter.
Okay.
Damage?
Yeah.
Oh, destruction, I should say. But,
Destruction.
oh, okay.
Destruction.
Oh, okay. Move to combat.
Move to combat.
I'm going to swing in with both the Gearsmith Guardian and the Sky Scanner.
Okay. So I'm going to block the Gearsmith Guardian.
Okay.
And then I'm going to tap 4 mana for an instant called Flame Lash, dealing 4 damage to your dude.
Okay. Well, it could be worse.
It's a 2 for 1,
yeah.
so you're still doing good there, and I'm still taking the 1 damage.
Yeah.
Dropping to 4, putting stuff in graveyards.
Gearsmith Guardian goes to the graveyard. I still have the Skilled Animator and the Meteor Golem up.
And a meaty board.
Yeah. As meaty as I think this deck gets. I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Now, if I do get the 1 card I was hoping to get, I'm pretty sure it's too little too late, but not necessarily.
Is it? Hey! Did you need that land?
Not that land.
Oh, okay.
But that land, kind of. I'll tap 6 for Chandra.
No!
Yeah, when you see what I got here, I could have been casting these things a long time ago if I had something else. So, I guess I gotta pluck off a dude. I'm gonna pluck off that dude because so she starts at 5. I'm -3ing her down to 2 to deal 4 damage to target creature. So she's now down to 2. Still got my trusty companion. And
now the good thing is because that's a -3 ability, you can't do it next turn. So
no. So I pass to you.
My turn. Okay. See, I'm kicking myself now because I had you on built to last, and I sort of did not end up attacking because of it.
Yeah.
So sometimes you can, throw yourself off when you're overthinking things. Move to combat. Swinging with a Sky Scanner.
Up to 3.
And I am attacking you, not Chandra, because at this point I think I need to attack you.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay 3 and bring out Tezzeret's Strider. It's a 3/1 golem. As long as you control a Tezzeret Planeswalker, it has Menace. But I don't have a Tezzeret Planeswalker. It is a 3/1 though, so I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Come on. H. Something with stuff happening. Tapping 3 for the Spire Side Infiltrator. When it enters the battlefield, it does 1 damage to each opponent. No, wait.
No, it
when
doesn't.
it becomes tapped. I always get that wrong with this guy.
That's the same thing you thought last time.
Yeah, I think I played that in the pre-release that way too,
Yeah.
So there's a 3/2. If I tap and accrue something, he does 1 damage each.
It's way better that it does what it actually does, right?
Yeah, it does.
With accruing. With accruing.
Of course, if it enters the battlefield, it does 1 damage to target creature. That'd
Yeah.
be pretty good right about now. I might as well at least +2 or up to 4 to deal 2 damage to each opponent.
Okay, so I'm down to 11.
Yeah, that's my turn.
It's your turn? So it's my turn now?
I literally can't attack. Because you can't attack alone. I have no choice. Otherwise, I probably would. I'm like, yes, this is running along. I'll just attack.
Untap that as well, too. Interesting. I'm going to do this now. I'm going to pay 3 and cast Dwindle. Enchanted creature gets -6/-0. When enchanted creature blocks, destroy it. I'm actually going to put that on him.
Cool. He be dwindled.
Then I'm going to move to attacks.
Okay.
And I'm going to swing in with everything this time.
Okay.
So it's a 3/1, a 1/3, and the 1/1 flyer.
So
and I'm attacking you, not Chandra.
I'm blocking the 3 on the 3.
Okay.
Blocking there.
Okay.
And taking 1.
Taking 1. And then that gets destroyed
yep.
with the Dwindle on it, and these 2 trade. I still got no cards in hand.
Yep.
And I'll pass the turn to you. After I had that brief, I don't know why I was just staring off into the void. There was a brief moment of reflection, and then it's like, pass the turn to you.
Come on. I'm going to do this, and I know what I'm going to draw. 1, 2, 3, 4. To cast, it's an instant, but I might as well do this now. Why not?
Oh, okay.
Fatal Showdown. Fatal Showdown deals damage to target creature or player equal number of cards in your hand. Discard all cards in your hand, then draw that many cards. So I only have 2. So I am going to deal 2 damage to the flyer.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to discard my hand.
Okay.
Aerial Responder. Aerial Responder.
Really? Oh, you don't have double white.
When I picked up the one card, and this is 4 turns, I'm like, please be my second white. And it's the second Aerial Responder.
I was about to be a jerk going, why the hell wouldn't you cast that earlier?
And then after that, I pick up another mountain, and it's like, so...
Yeah, it took me a second because I was like, why wouldn't you have cast those ages ago? But you don't have the double white. Oh,
the lifelink? The lifelink in a game when my life is dwindling?
It would have been over.
So.
The only thing doing damage to you for the longest time was a flyer as well, too, right? So
I draw 2 cards because that happens now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are they both planes?
No. But I did...
Oh, another mountain.
Another mountain.
And you haven't done anything with Chandra
no,
yet as well,
so I think I'm going to kill off Chandra. Because it's going to... Oh, only -3. So I take it on -1 to a 4 damage to our creature to just delay this game.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how this goes.
And pass back to you. Oh, 2 Aerial Responders. And I think I've had them forever. I'm just getting on the plane. Get another plane.
Once again, normally I would hold it back as a bluff, but he knows there's no counter spells in this deck, so I'm just going to go ahead and play this in case I need 8 mana. Pass the turn to you. I'm going to laugh if Chandra ends up killing me. If just every turn she's pinging me down.
1, 2, 3. Renegade Freighter.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Fleetwheel Cruiser.
Oh, good.
When Fleetwheel Cruiser enters the battlefield, it becomes an artifact till the end of the turn.
Creature because end of turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a 5/3 trample and haste. So we're gonna just swing in for 5.
Yeah, I'm down to 6.
And then we're gonna +2 Chandra to hit you for 2 more. So she goes up to
down to 4. Okay, now you see that, but next turn it does not. So
if I don't draw a creature,
still, even if you just keep Chandra on the board, I'm down to a 2-turn clock because of that. So okay, so it's my turn.
Your turn, sir.
Okay.
I've always liked Aerial Responder, actually. And when I saw it, I was excited to play it.
Tap 3. To cast Divination. Draw 2 cards.
It's good divination. Man, my beer's getting warm.
Okay. And then I'm going to tap for 4 to bring out Snapping Drake, which is a 3/2 flyer. I'm going to be tapping 1. This is why I'm glad I've been putting down all my lands and I haven't been holding a couple back or anything like that. Gearsmith Prodigy. So it's still not lethal yet.
No.
It's lethal, but I mean, she still has an ability which she can -3 for. So I'm now going to... You have no cards in hand.
I have no cards
We're both hell-bent. This is actually way more of an interesting game than I thought it would be. I'm going to pass the turn now to you.
This is game 2 of all things, too. Okay. I guess this would be the Heart of the Cards moment.
Yeah, pretty much.
Several things. What I don't need is irony, which you can get in a stone quarry. Even then, it's a tap and still 2 or 3 turns after that mattered.
Yeah.
So, I got to take out the flyer, but I still... No, because then he only becomes a 1, doesn't he?
No, this is if there's another artifact. Okay. So if I'm able to play an artifact next turn, then I can swing it for lethal, but otherwise it's still just a 1/2.
So it's going to be bye-bye Chandra.
So -3.
4 damage to target creature.
Snapping Drake.
I can't crew. So I pass to you.
Okay.
Oy.
Move to combat. Swing in.
Ding.
I'm not gonna
play your island.
I'm gonna pass the turn to you. No, I can't. I got nothing.
It's dwindle, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that.
Oh no.
Okay. So roll fast monitor, tap 3. But I've got to do 5 damage. So I tap to they both have trample, they both have 5, so let this guy. The creature looks cooler.
It was dwindle. And here's the thing as well too. I can't preemptively cast it on one of his
because they're not creatures, yeah.
And even if I could, I mean, they both have a crew cost. This is crew cost of 2, this is a crew cost of 2. It would have been any creature regardless. Yeah. So okay, I got to see if it's an artifact. If it's an artifact, no, it's not. Okay, so I don't feel as bad.
How far down? So, there's that plane.
There's the planes.
two aerial responders. Maybe I should read them in case anybody doesn't know what it is. Flying Vigilance Lifelink.
Yeah. And you had those in your hand for obviously a while.
Well, yeah. Vigilance and Lifelink are like a hilarious combination sometimes because you just keep gaining life on their turn, your turn.
Still a couple turns away from it, but, you know, if I would have been able to swing with that just at all next turn.
Such drama.
This game was... the outcome in total for the matches was pretty much what I expected, but this game was actually way more entertaining than I thought it would be. So,
and you didn't have like the double dwindle.
Yeah,
in the first game where it was like.
So yeah, that was actually a very, very interesting game. Once again, it worked out the way I thought it would. But so Chandra is going to advance. Chandra is going to end up playing against who did I say? Vraska from Guilds of Ravnica, and the winner of that is going to go to the semifinals against Vivian. So the next episode of the Mana Cave is going to be the Chandra from Kaladesh versus the Vraska from Guilds of Ravnica. Now I've mentioned this before in the past. I've actually stopped mentioning it a little bit, but I wanted to bring it up again. Just so you guys know, I have created a Token of the Month club for those of you who are interested in Magic the Gathering and maybe want some unique tokens. We've done zombies, soldiers, thopters. Last month was angels. And this month, we're going to be doing goblins as well. So we started off with goblins. Yeah. And this month is going to be merfolk. So we're recording this on November 2nd, I believe it is. Yeah. And yeah, so the month of November is going to be merfolk. It's the first blue token I've done. So I do it with my friend and fellow artist, Lara Souza. He does the line work. I do the color work on top of it. And each and every month, you get a chance to get between 1 to 10 of these tokens sent directly to your door in the mail. So you actually get a nice physical reward. There will be a link at the end of the video as well as in the description below that'll take you to the Patreon page where it's done through. It's done through Patreon just because it's easier to process it. I may move it off-site at some point to be its own sort of separate website, but something to consider checking out. But in the meantime, just simply like watching, liking, subscribing helps support the channel. Don't want anyone to, just, drop a comment if you guys have a question or just want to say hello. Any of that is already supporting the channel. This is something extra if you guys are interested in it. There's also a digital reward level as well too with that, where it's just straight up you get like wallpapers of the artwork and stuff. So there's also something if you're not interested in the tokens, another way. That one I'm actually going to try to, by the end of this month, I'm going to try to have that one sort of beefed up to have a bit more rewards with it. But that's probably going to be locked into some of the other games we're going to play here on the Mana Cave, not on the Mana Cave, on Brain Pulp TV. Yeah. We recently recorded another episode of Pandemic Legacy, which we're enjoying the hell. I mean, I'm enjoying the hell. Yeah. You guys seen, you and Jay, who you've probably seen from, if you have watched the previous Pandemic Legacy video, you'll have seen Jay before, as well as our Battle Bond. Jay was playing in Battle Bond in Magic. Yep. That's been a lot of fun. There's other games as well too we're going to bring to the channel. We've done Star Wars Destiny in the past. I still want to do like Dead of Winter. There's a whole bunch of games I'm planning on doing. It's just a matter of finding the time and the players. And hopefully by the end of the year, Dungeons and Dragons might be coming to the channel.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Travis will not be participating in that, but I'm getting a crew together. Some familiar faces, some maybe new faces that you have not seen before. But that is another thing that I'm trying to bring to the channel. And so I'm going to try to base that digital reward level sort of more catering towards people who may not be into the Magic or into just tokens in general. So keep a lookout for that. Check it out. Once again, everything you guys are doing already supporting the channel has been amazing. I meant to do a blog video ages ago. Thank you guys for helping us hit 5,000 subscribers.
6,000.
We're at over 6,000 now. So, which wasn't even that long ago.
You haven't even done a 5,000 subscriber blog?
There's been things. I feel really weird about doing vlogs. I originally wanted to do a vlog every single week. I almost released a video at the beginning of last year saying that's what I'm going to do, and I'm glad I didn't release that video because I just feel weird talking about myself. I like talking to you, and I like talking to folks, but I like it feels more like a natural conversation. But when I do a vlog, I feel like this is a vlog.
Talking in front of camera, man. I just no. Can't even.
Travis doesn't say anything for like the past 5 minutes that I ramble on. I don't like talking much. But yeah, so that is something I'm probably going to try to do more of. And I do want to thank folks. The 100th episode of the Mana Cave, which we skipped because I want to do something special, is eventually going to be coming out. Still not exactly sure. Kind of want to do a booster box apocalypse for it, but we'll see. Anyways,
bundle apocalypse.
I can't think of anything else that I really want to talk about right now. I'll save it for the next vlog that I do. So yeah, anything you want to say before we go?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
Well, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode where it is going to be Chandra 1 versus Vraska from Guilds of Ravage.